eating sugar, and it's just crazy, both those times. So I
I
learned
agree.
that. Yeah, yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah,
are creatures.
and that's the thing. Like when you start taking care of yourself and you're aware of what your priorities are, and you're setting boundaries that help you maintain how you want to live, the whole frantic energy of the holidays, or June too, because it's that whole like graduation, kids getting out of school, there's a lot of weddings, and just stuff seems to go on in June
I think
as
we have
well.
8 birthdays in June.
Yeah, yeah. That's like my family has. It's all December and January.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
That's at least I have 6 months to recover.
Yes, I get it all in. But it is what it is, and you get to choose how you want to live. If you want to play into the stress piece, then continue doing what you're doing. And if you don't, if you want to really enjoy every month, or every day of your life, then make tiny shifts, because those tiny shifts have gigantic, gigantic impact.
Boy, that's very true. Let's talk about that for a little bit, because that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
And that comes into self-love too. So
Oh, yeah.
name a tiny shift.
A tiny shift would be getting up 10 minutes earlier to eat breakfast, and or meditate, or do something so that you're not hitting the ceiling when the alarm goes off and jumping out of bed and running through your day, because you're already starting off stressed. A tiny shift would be taking a 5-minute walk consistently. A tiny shift would be committing to reading a book in 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever you wanted to. A tiny shift would be drinking more water.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You want to increase your energy level. If you're not drinking about half of your body weight, you're probably dehydrated. And at the point that we're dehydrated, your mental acuity, your ability to have clear thoughts, is already reduced significantly.
Yeah, and that's really true. And once you get used to drinking that water, your body reminds you to keep doing
yeah.
it. Yeah. Yeah, that makes a big difference.
Flushes all the toxins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So those are all, and they're tiny choices.
They are little choices, and by tiny you mean tiny tweaks, and also time wise. None of those require a big time commitment.
No, the biggest mistake I see people make is that they're like, I'm going to overhaul X, right? I'm going to lose 20 pounds in 2 weeks. I'm going to go to the gym 5 days a week. I'm going to write a book in 3 days. I'm going to do whatever. And there's no plan. And then it doesn't fit into the rest of what they're doing. And then, they've got the inevitable something that happens in life, and then that's the end of it.
Right. Yep. As a person that worked in gyms for most of my 20s, 30s, and 40s, because that's what my education is in. I would see that every January, all these people would come in with these grandiose ideas, and then it would break my heart, because they would see how truly out of shape they were. And so they would say, why bother? I mean, they wouldn't say it to me. They would say it to themselves. And then they would stop coming. But the people that would actually listen and take their time and gradually build on their fitness level stayed and made a big difference in their lives. And that is true with any part of your life that you want to change, wouldn't you say?
It's yes. And whether it's having more time to relax, or doing something different in business, or your personal life, or your relationships. I mean, think about if you picked the 3 people that were closest to you, and you decided to do something for each of them that maybe took an extra 10 minutes a week, so 15 minutes extra a week, whether it's a phone call, a couple of texts, or whatever. Imagine what your relationships would be like.
Wow. Yes. Wow, that little piece was very powerful.
Mhm.
And if you did
So
that
it
same
doesn't
thing
have.
for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. That's very good thinking. So, what brought you to this field?
Well, as I was health coaching, and that's how I started my business. And my approach has always been very holistic. I want to solve the whole
Mhm.
problem.
Mhm.
And on the way to doing that, and as I was working with more and more entrepreneurs, what showed up for, why are you not losing weight? Why are you not sleeping? Why are you not eating? Why are you overeating? What's going on for you there? It was, I'm not making enough money in this. My sales funnel's not working. I have no plans. I don't have time for breakfast, et cetera, et cetera. I'm working, 100 hours a week, and I don't want to be, and I miss my kids or my husband or, wife or whoever. And it's really been just my experiences, the things I've learned over time, what's worked in my business, that has, enabled me to share my knowledge and my belief system of what people are looking for. And honestly, my true passion is that I want people to feel good. And I want people to be happy so they can create the things in their life that they want to have. Because if they're clear about that, and I actually created a life blueprint system that I take people through that helps them get the clarity. So if they're clear about what they want, that law of attraction is going to start dumping it in their lap.
Yeah, that's how it works, isn't it?
Yes.
So give us some of your things that you are clear about.
Oh, I am clear that I'm going to have a beach house probably in the next 5 to 7 years. Location still TBD. I'm really clear about the type of people and the relationships I want to have and what I'm willing to invest in those. I'm really clear that when my younger guy graduates from high school in the year and a half, that I'm going to sell my very lovely townhouse and move into Philadelphia because I want to experience just a whole different way of living. And I'm really clear about my passion for helping entrepreneurs. I have a target to hit. I want to be able to touch and impact 1 million entrepreneurs' lives in the next 5 to 7 years.
Lovely. That's lovely.
Yeah.
Well, you've touched my life. And
thank you.
It's always so enlightening to talk with you. And look, you gave me a really good idea that I am going to implement tonight.
Great.
Yes, and I think that I'll let you know how that changes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Please
because
do. I definitely want to know.
Yes.
I don't know if it's possible. I have 21 actions to build your business blueprint that I would love to offer to everybody. It's totally free.
Wonderful.
And it goes with all the things that we've talked about and more.
Cool. Say what it is again.
Okay.
21 actions.
And to build your success blueprint. So if I put it in the Facebook group, would that work?
Yes, and I'll also put it in the description of the show when it goes on to iHeart and iTunes.
Oh, perfect.
Yep. So if you provide me a link, I will copy that link.
I will send that to you as soon as we're done then.
Excellent.
And I invite everybody to download it because it talks about, as I said, a lot of what we've talked about here. So, for instance, the tomorrow list and how to get started with that, meditating, what that can look like, and 19 other different things that you can do that create amazing habits, but they're in small little chunk-sized bits.
Wonderful. And we already talked about the benefits of doing it that way instead of trying to do a bunch of stuff at once.
Right, exactly. And I really want to see people be successful.
Great. That's good. And I really want to see you be successful as well. You are,
thank you.
You're very inspirational, and I think that I love when you come in and guest on one of the shows because you always bring such good tidbits for everybody, and I appreciate you very much.
Oh, thank you. Well, thank you for having me on. I love talking with you.
Oh, thanks. So how do we get in touch with you?
Absolutely. So you can find me on my website, which is emikirschner.com, and that's EMIKIRSCHNER.com. And I'm on all the usual social media outlets, so Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest, and Instagram. And Facebook and Instagram are my two favorites. So.
Oh, mine too. Those are my two favorites, yes.
Yeah, you have some really awesome quotes on Instagram.
Oh, thanks. My diva-isms?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
And you have Emmy-isms.
Yeah, I was going to say we should get your diva-isms and my Emmy-isms and do something fun with them.
Right. I agree. Maybe like a calendar or something.
Ooh, that would be fun, yes.
Yeah. We'll have to talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so. I think that could work. Very cool. So thank you again, Emi Kirschner, for being with us, and I hope that you'll come back soon, and I'll definitely put those links on. And don't forget, people, if you go to the Devolution Show's Facebook page, there's also a link to her right there on that page today that was posted. So find her, get to know her. She is an excellent person. She has excellent ideas. It's all about self-care, learning to love yourself, being good to you so that you can be good to other people. Right, Emi?
Yes, you have to take care of you first before you can help anybody else.
Very good. Thank you. We'll talk to you soon. I'm going to call you like really soon because that calendar thing's got to fly.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Have a great night.
Thank you. You too.
All right.
So that was
right.
Emi Kirschner,
Bye.
everybody. And I'm telling you, we're so blessed, the people that we have come on the Devolution Show, because she gave us so many good ideas just in that little bit of time that she was on. And that's what the Devolution's all about. It's about helping you take charge of your life, and creating a future that you want, not one that you're forced to have, one that you want, where you are actually happy with every facet of your life. It's so important. It's just so important. Hey, I also want to tell you that we did end the We've Got You Covered sock and blanket drive, but we also are continuing it at Vino Wine Warehouse. There's a box there, and at Financial Edge Community Credit Union on Euclid Avenue. Those boxes will be picked up at the end of this month and taken to the homeless people. And everything that we had before that was distributed this past Friday, and they were very, very appreciative. So if you did give something, I thank you for doing that. We helped keep a lot of people warm, and we did have some awfully cold days, didn't we? Although today isn't one of them. It's kind of like spring out there. Coming up, it's almost the end of February already. I can't believe it. And starting in March, we have the 5-week intensive law of attraction class. And that starts on the first weekend in March at 12:30. It's $100 for 5 classes. And you get a notebook and a bunch of tools and exercises. And besides that, you form a bond with the people that are in the class, and we just grow together. Every class is different, and I love it so much. This Friday, there will be the last Law of Attraction 101. This is all about taking charge of your life and making it better. making you aware of your negative self-talk, help you realize that you do need to